Welcome back, everyone, to our King's Household playthrough for Master of Command. Last time we left off with a battle to fight. Should be pretty good. We do have to watch the Grenadiers, as that's been the biggest challenge for our front line at the moment. Let's do this. All right. Hopefully the terrain is favorable again. Our line infantry is improving, that is for sure, thankfully. Alright. Yeah, that's the position we want right there. Right here. That should work nicely. Alright, let's see what we're up against a little bit. Take a look. Okay, those are excellent new stats. Got a good deal of Potsdams against us. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, that's dangerous. Alright. Definitely the Hessian Cav is the most dangerous problem for the cavalry, that and the artillery. Alright. Nothing too crazy there. Let's go ahead and set up our infantry. Alright. Get all the cavalry. Send them up on the right wing. Artillery, we need it to advance here as quickly as possible. That's good. And the Grenadiers can move up here as well. Excellent. I still need to watch the speed for my cav. See, all of our Royal Heavy Cavalry here, the specific Guard Cavalry, are pretty even in move speed. But these guys, see, the Hussars are super fast. But, yeah, the Gendarmes, the Chevaliers, and the Dragons are not equivalent or fast at all. We really need to improve that as soon as possible. Alright. Let's do this thing. Not sure if we'll get everything there fast enough, but we'll try. We will try. Get the general up here as well. And then we will maneuver the cavalry, as per usual. Alright. See how this goes. Excellent speed for the Grenadiers, of course. Spread them out a little bit. Excellent. All right. We should get to the position in time. It'll be pretty close with the artillery, but we should get it. I believe that we will. To be honest with you, I believe we will. Alright, let's set up the Swiss right here on the right side of the guns. That should help. Alright. Good. That looks good. I like this line here. Yeah, I like that quite a lot. That works out very well. Let me put them over here instead. They're a little bit larger. Definitely want to make sure the guns are well protected. Don't want no funny business with our guns. Absolutely not. Alright, cavalry's moving up. Be ready to sweep the flank again. Alright, their guns are firing on us. Trying to hit our general. It's not great. Alright. Definitely do not appreciate that. It's not appreciated in the slightest. They're moving some infantry to try to counter our cavalry. That's not going to work out the way they think that it is. You don't have much protecting these two. I may... Yep, we're doing it. We're going to push forward and take care of that problem real quick. It's a rather irritating problem, so we're going to just take care of it. Just be done with it. Yep. We'll take care of that real quick. Cav are good for now. Hit the grenadiers as well. I believe ours will outlast theirs. Alright, fantastic. You did a great job. Now get back behind the line as soon as possible. Alright, the infantry's coming up here. See if we can get these two to take out this unit. Alright, they're doing pretty good. Alright, pull back behind the line, shall we? Make sure our artillery is doing their thing. Infantry is firing, that's excellent. Alright, moving in with the rest of the cavalry. Gotta move up here to get ready to face their cavalry. They are bringing them up against us here. Enemy grenadiers charging us. We will return the favor. Intercepting them. Excellent. That side charge there on those grenadiers, that was devastating to them. They did not appreciate that in the slightest. Which is good. That's good for us. I don't really care if they appreciate my efforts for them. We will continue to cause them issues. That is the goal. Alright. That's the provincials right there. Move up here with the cavalry. Alright, continue charging, my guys. Don't mess that part up there. You are getting intercepted. Alright, charging them together. Fantastic. Looks good. Artillery is doing their job. Quite excellently, too, I might add. Get the grenadiers back here again. Alright. Excellent. Just a little more Hessian cavalry between us and the guns. And this should go fairly quickly. Hello there, grenadiers. Welcome back to the lines. Alright. Hessian cavalry are charging. This should go very well for us. And it does. Excellent. Continue forward. Fantastic. Alright. Hit those grenadiers. That's the right play. Hit the grenadiers. Keep moving the rest of the cav up here. Alright, doing good. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's not what I said to do. Follow orders. Alright, well, redirect your orders then. There we go. Do something. Because I do not want you getting canister fired. That would not be good. Alright, very good. Alright, and that was it, I guess. Their line decided to break also. Alright, that went well. Our line held up, did an excellent job. The grenadiers, they pushed ahead, took out the Jaegers, took out enemy grenadiers. And the cavalry did their job as well. Very good. Not bad. Some new horses. Okay. We have just enough losses to cover. Actually, a little bit better than that because we do have the hospital tents. Okay. We're going to do money and ammo again. Be sure we're doing good on that. The reservists will be close, so we'll work on that next. We're right by a town, I think, that has cheap reservists also, so we'll definitely be able to remedy that. Alright, yeah, we have enough left. Cool. We can get another trait for our infantry commander. Let's see. Improve the accuracy and reduce reload speed or cover effectiveness in deployables place. I think we'll do cover effectiveness. Give them a little more staying power. I like the accuracy though, but I want the cover effectiveness. And the deployables being placed twice as quick, that will work out well for us if we get to try out the carbine method that we want to do, because the range may be reduced enough that we have to move up on the enemy in order to utilize that. So that could help us out a lot. Immensely, even. Right, 47, 44, okay. They all have horses. You do not have a horse yet, so we'll give you that one. Alright. Let's see, do all of our artillery have stamina items? They do have stamina items. You could use that. You can't use that. You can definitely use that. And you could use that. Okay, let's do that here. That works. They all have ammo too? Yeah. Alright. And that, melee damage and morale. Let's see, what's the morale of our cavalry? Ooh, man. That's awful. Do that. There we go. Alright, looking good. Let's head on down here and get the reservists, and then we'll head over here further west. Alright. Excellent. Yes. Alright, we're going to get all of them. Such a good deal. We're getting the light saddles. Excellent. Quartermaster. What do we got? Large canteens for stamina. 14 stamina. Don't mind if I do. Alright. That might be beneficial. And nah. Alright. I think we're good on the other things here. Okay, light saddles. We really need to check up on that. You need the light saddles the most. 47, 48. Alright, you could use that. That's 57 right there. That's really good. And I did forget we had this Brummer. And I forgot to equip it for that last battle, so we're going to put that on them real quick. That will definitely assist them a lot. Let's check stamina items. Gold, not gold. Okay. Gonna do gold there. Is that also good? Yeah, that's good. That's 8 stamina. That's 12. Throw that on there. Alright. And Regiment des Gardes Français. We'll get the spirit rations. That's good. They need that. Garde Français. Alright. Let's see. I think that's everything right there. And yes, I know. It's filling up. I'm waiting to see if we happen to get a settlement where we get extra cost for this, so I can just go nuts and buy stuff for our troops. But hasn't happened just yet. And if I need to, I will just sell things anyway. That's fine. That's not an issue for me. We do need more convoys, but we have some down here, so we should be alright. Gonna go ahead and get this one. Speaking of that, go ahead and pick it up, see what happens. Prisoner wagons, some ammo and tallers, volunteers, recruit infantry. We don't need that though, because we get at least one unit from the campaign for Act 3. So I'm gonna do the reservists, just to give us more of a head start in that area. River crossing. Moderate chance. 72 tallers, 1 day likely. Or guaranteed. Because we have a staff engineer, we're doing that. That's fantastic. Alright, more reservists. More weapons. Those are good souls. I like that a lot. I want the good Potsdams. Those are good land patterns. Those are also good land patterns. Okay. Let's see here. Souls have more range. A little bit less accuracy. Same reload, but more charge. Not as much melee. Yeah, I might have to go with the land patterns in this case. Alright. See, I like the melee stats we have, even though these are just basic. Alright, let's continue on to our other convoy. And what do you know, more reservists for cheap, which we will be doing that. I don't think we need to be concerned about reservists for a little while now. Excellent horses, we'll do that. It's just basic, unfortunate. Alright. Can we use some more elevation screws or can we not? Let's check. Those are basic. Bucket, and good. Okay, so we can. I don't like reducing reload, though. I'd actually rather have the bucket available. Let's not. Yeah, let's not for now. I can always get one of those elevation screws if I want to later. I'm pretty satisfied with our range for now. Do a large escort. Convoy returns. Cadence to marching. Shepherd's axes. That's good. Alright. This is 10 move speed. That's 6. Definitely giving that to them. They're at 50 now. It's 46. It's actually less move speed. Good horses. Alright, that works out. Yes, that works out nicely. Alright. And what is this? Oh yes, an army that decided they wanted to fight and now realized, wait, actually, that's a bad idea. Let's not. Too bad. We want to fight you now. 3 cav, no artillery, grenadiers, an all Hessian force. Well, no, they have some Hanoverians and subsidy provincials, but basically a Hessian force. Let's see how we do. We do have an artillery advantage, and I do intend to use it. I really want our line infantry to level up, so I think I'll keep the cavalry back this time. Especially because they don't have artillery to speak of. That could be a good spot to defend. We do have this little section here. We do have a little town there. This is a neat battlefield. I kind of like this battlefield. It's very interesting. There's a slight river right there. I believe we're going to set up in here, though. Let's take a look at what they've got. Ooh, alright. It's a little dangerous. Alright, so they don't have a whole lot that's real dangerous to us. Set the guns up here. That'll work very well. Put the general behind them for now. Get the infantry set up beside the guns so we can get them where we want them. Alright. And the cavalry. We'll have them over here as well. Alrighty. Let's see. The guns are most definitely going to be set up over here. That works out. General beside. Let's see, who has the highest speed? Yeah, okay, cool. Send them here. And then just move on down the line. Grenadiers can set up right there for a moment. And the cavalry behind. And that means the cavalry can also protect the guns basically as well. It does kind of look funny with them all crossing up over each other here though, but I know some people don't like this. Units can walk through each other a little bit and the guns can fire from behind the units and all that stuff, and terrain. They don't like that, but some of the simplicity of the system is what really makes it work. Not because, oh no, it's unrealistic, they're like marching through each other, but rather because sometimes, like, don't misunderstand, I love Total War, but it's very annoying when sometimes your artillery is right here, and you have them slightly elevated here so they can fire over your men, but there's a little bulge right here in this part of the hill, and you can't really set them up on that crest of that bulge because it's like partly like an immovable area. And so your guns, to get them elevated to fire over your troops, they fire into this little bulging spot and it bounces off into the stratosphere somewhere or something. And it's like the best thing about a game, especially like a strategy game or something, you want some elements of realism, but if it detracts too much from the gameplay, it doesn't do you any good. It's really not helping you. And that's part of the problem in that regard. So I'm not always keen on the idea of realism. The main thing you have to focus on is consistency. It's the same thing, especially like if someone is watching a sci-fi or something and they're like, man, that's not realistic, and someone gets on to them and they're like, well, of course it's not. It's a sci-fi. It's not going to be realistic. They don't actually mean realistic. They mean consistent. And they mean consistent to what they've come to expect, what's kind of been laid out by that series or whatever, insofar as what to expect. So it doesn't contradict previous, like, lore or, you know, characters and things like that. That's what they mean. So really the most important thing for a game as well is consistency. Consistency with its mechanics, consistency with an understanding of what it's attempting to achieve, and consistency in how it actually does that. So that's important. All right. It's the same problem with a lot of series nowadays. a lot of people don't like the direction that certain series are going. I mean, you know, an example, like certain adaptations or newer versions of like Star Wars or Star Trek or even like Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, stuff like that too. It's not that they don't like it because they just don't like it for being contrarian, but because there's certain things that you've come to expect, certain way certain characters act, or the way they do things or carry themselves, certain things that make sense for the setting. And when those things are changed or they don't operate the way they're supposed to, it bothers people. Which, that makes sense to me. Maybe not for some people, but that makes sense to me. Alright, we're going to have the artillery fire on these musketeers here that are threatening to flank our line a little bit. I'm not as concerned with this part of the line. We should be good. We have decent cover for the most part. The Swiss don't have a lot of cover. We can react to anything crazy with our cavalry. Excellent. Doing some damage over here. We can also hit their cavalry, actually. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Angle our cavalry a little bit to protect our flanks better. Alright. Enemy is approaching. And we plan to disrupt their day as much as possible. Sounds good to me. Alright, let's see here. We'll move them up. We're going to take care of those musketeers on the far left flank there with the cavalry. We're going to do it. So far, we're good on this flank. Keep an eye on those grenadiers, however. They are braced, so we're going to have to deal with that, but we should be alright. Our heavy cavalry can overcome that to some degree, which is good. And they have no bracing at the moment, so they should be fine. Although there is cavalry there, so we will move this cavalry up here to protect them. Just in case the cavalry gets funny ideas. Okay. They shouldn't. We're pulling back. We should be okay. Alright. Now we can watch this flank. The cavalry definitely thinks, hey, we're going around. Let's do some funny business. I'm like, not so much. Not so much. We aren't going to allow you to do any funny business like that, that's for sure. We may decide to deal with those grenadiers anyway because they're flanking our infantry there. That's not great. Not a big fan of that, to be honest with you. Charge them in the flank. Thank you very much. Let's do it. Alright, there we go. Let's slow you down, shall we? See if we can goad them into another charge that they shouldn't be doing. That'd be great. Interesting. Alright, there we go. Goad them into the charge. Hit them hard. Now we're just gonna hit their grenadiers en masse. Shifting their line. They lost some bracing. Let's do it. We're taking a few casualties there. But on the whole, we should be alright. Should be alright. It's a grueling battle at the moment. Grenadiers are putting up a tough fight. Especially being Hessian. They tend to do that. Alright, it's drawing in the veteran musketeers. With this army, we just can't help ourselves but get our cavalry involved, apparently. It's just kind of how things must be, evidently. They are losing morale fast. General. And it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. We got the victory. Alright. Works out. Our Italian infantry is definitely the weakest at the moment. We will be remedying that. We will be improving them. They have the least overall improvements, so that does make sense. Alright, money tollers. Money tollers. I should say one of those and ammo. There we go. You'll have to excuse some of that a little bit right now. I'm very tired. My apologies. Alright, we've done the ammo. Let's see. Yes. Very good. Yes, charge. That will do nicely. You already have basket hilt hangers. You don't have nothing yet, so we can improve that. Limber chest, good. Let's see. Alright, 25% and 6. That's 20%. Let's do that so you don't lose stamina. And bucket. Buckets, yep, there we go. That'll work out nicely. 30-second reload for a Brummer is pretty good, actually. It's actually pretty good. We have coffee on both of those. Did I put coffee on any of these guys? I know I want it on my line infantry at the moment, but I think I'm going to transfer it to the guns. Because I really need coffee on the guns to get them to reload better, so we'll do that. Give the accuracy boost to the Italians even. That'd be good for now. Help them hit a little bit harder. Help them have some more staying power. Alright. That looks good to me. Let's check out this settlement for a moment. See what we get. Stables. Alright. Quartermaster. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Gunners, implements, water buckets, infantry hangers are good, and let's see, the shoes. Do we need some more of the shoes still? Those are good. Those are excellent. What's the difference, though, between 8 speed, 6 stamina, 8 speed? Yeah, I think I'd rather have the other. And the hangers, let's see. You just have basic. Alright, I do like the basket hilts better, though. I think I'm just going to do that for now. That's alright. Okay. Do want to get more of these excellent Bibles. The 15% morale damage received and 10% fire damage received is great. I think I've been putting them on the cavalry because the biggest weakness with heavy cavalry is receiving fire damage. They are brutal in melee and on the charge. They're excellent at that. But receiving fire is how they just drop quick because they only have 600 men. But I think these are going to go to the Italian line infantry because they've been struggling. And I'd really rather them not struggle. So we're definitely going to do that. Hopefully that should help them have a little more staying power. So let's check them out. Give this to them. Alright. Let's check our guns here. Who needs to reload the most? Well, that's 38 seconds. You already have that, but we can do the gunner's implements for them. That's great. Let's see. They both have good water buckets. They don't have water buckets at all, but they need it the least. So let's go ahead and adjust this here. Give them the good ones. I prefer the water buckets over the elevation screws. I do like the range, but the 6 reload... Well, hold on. That's... Why am I looking at cavalry? The 8 reload, excuse me, for the excellent buckets, that's just way too much to pass up. Alright, who else needs the implements the most? They don't have implements. Yeah, we better do it here. That'll work. Let's see, they have excellent. So that's 3, I believe, that we have excellent already, which is great. And this is just going to be a basic one, but it should even improve theirs. See, Brummers at 26.5 seconds. That's really good. Even the bronze 12-pounder here at 36. That's pretty good. That's looking very good. Okay, so let's give this to a cavalry unit. Increase their melee abilities. All right. Very good. Very, very good. Let's go ahead and get this encampment down here. And there might be an encamped army down here. That's kind of what I'm hoping to find, is another encamped army somewhere here. Training. Yeah, we're doing the regiments. Let's see. Did anybody... What are we sitting at for... Oh, yes. The Italian infantry can rank up. That is super important. I like that a lot. Yes, I do. I was just wondering if it changed anything here or not. That's kind of interesting. Alright, I'll double check them again later. But anyway, they look to be doing a lot better now. The 60 morale, that's improvement. That actually brings them up in line towards our other units as well, which is awesome. Alright. Check our grenadiers, how much they need to get promotions again. See, these all require 6 to actually become heavy cavalry. And our heavy cavalry, any levels that they get is just improving their stats, which is good. Alright. Okay. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I quite like that. They're improving. Okay. Let's head on further west. See what we got. Get the slums here. Hostile townfolk. Yeah, let's just pay for their silence. Let's do that. We don't need to massacre them. Especially not in French-friendly territory. That would not be advisable. That'd be pretty rough. More slums here. Mercenaries. Let's see. All patrol armies. Every army. HQ delay. Let's delay the HQ. Revealing every army wouldn't be too helpful to us right now because we're so far along in this act. We'd be able to track a few of them down, but we couldn't get the majority. Once again, reservists are cheap, so we're going to get them. Okay. Cavalry pistols. Definitely. We're doing it. Alright, that's 6 speed, 10 stamina. That's definitely even better right there. That's even better. Alright, we're going to do that here. And this one there. Alright, that's great. Irish Grenadiers have 70 speed, or excuse me, 70 stamina and 47 speed. 58 stamina, 36 speed, 64 stamina, 38. They are improving. Cavalry pistols. I think I know just the guys, even though they don't have guns yet. Just don't want to forget to give them something like that later. Alright. Looking good. Enemy army. Going to come up here and intercept. Alright, and then we will actually begin this battle at the beginning of the next episode. Let's see what they got here. British Dragoon Guards, Dragoons, Light Dragoons, 5 foot, some veteran foot, and Grenadiers. This is a very small, elite force of British troops with no artillery support. So this is how we're going to begin the next episode. Thank you all for joining me. God bless.